All right, happy Monday. Forex market check. Let's go. All right, we'll start with gold. Expectational order flow here is still bearish, so we are looking for a lower high for a lower low to mitigate this demand. So whether, essentially something like this, boom, boom, and continue this move down. In terms of structure, nothing really that interests me at the moment. We've got our Asia low here, which is obviously a decent liquidity target. So yeah, we've got that below. There is demand, but given you have a session low below, it's not as crucial. I'm gonna draw this very low time frame range here, which is like borderline on the verge of being confirmed, or probably has just been confirmed, but still a while away from this developing. If it does develop, I would sort of expect a confirmation in New York at some point, or early New York. So yeah, we'll see what happens here. Idea behind this is pretty simple. Wrong drawing. Yeah, idea behind this is essentially a distribution bang where we can short into this Asia low and into the demand. So we'll leave that as is for now. Yeah, honestly, not a whole lot more for gold. So we'll keep that simple and we'll keep the ball rolling. Still quite bearish. For silver, we're also still quite bearish. So similar story here. We've mitigated this demand, so we can put a little less emphasis on the demand here. Yeah, everything's kind of been mitigated here. You do have demand here, which can definitely be looked at 100%. I guess the only thing with silver compared to gold is we actually have mitigated demand. So we're sort of rejecting from this demand here, or respecting the demand, and we've also created more demand in the meantime. So we could potentially see a change in sentiment, at least in the short term. So we'll see what happens. For now, I wouldn't be looking to short anything, or I wouldn't really be looking at any distributions just yet. It's also not the right price pay for distribution, just this like quick move up then down, then on its way back up again. So yeah, we do have supply above, so pay attention to that. And otherwise, that's kind of it for now. Yeah, I would kind of just leave that as is. Yeah, same thing. So keep it short and sweet for silver. We've got our levels, so we'll see what price decides to do. Oil, we've obviously mitigated this supply. We're SFPing the hourly low as well. So for now, we're still bullish on the hourly, and we are still bearish on the 4 hour, and we are still very much so bullish on the daily there. Yeah, just be patient at the moment with oil. Not a whole lot you can do, to be completely honest. I'm just trying to see if there is valid demand here for me to chart. Not really. That's obviously been mitigated. Yeah, so not a whole lot. Not a whole lot at the moment. Just kind of be patient with oil for the time being. So yeah, just be patient, see what price decides to do. I will set an alert just just below this low, that will sort of show me where price is going. But yeah, for now, not a whole lot that changes. So yeah, we stay bullish on the hourly, and that is it. GBP, JPY, we're still in this short, so just paying attention to what price does. Yeah, that's kind of it really. We've got supply here. We have left supply here, so this is, for me, being in a live short, very happy with supply here, protecting my position. Yeah, we've obviously de-risked this, so we're risk-free. We've already taken 30% CP, as you all know by now. So yeah, this is just, I'm just letting this ride until till we get to this range low. So really nice position here to be in, and yeah, just be patient. GBP NZD. We are bullish. We are bullish. I'm still kind of looking to see if price does want to come back down, but I don't think it will. Not at this stage, at least. It's even left further demand in here, which has not been mitigated. So yeah, overall from a high time frame range, it is already confirmed. So remember that as well. It's already confirmed Model 1. We're just pre-planning for an extended tap should we get it, which at this point we're probably not going to get it. So that remains as is. Yeah, and then locally here, not a whole lot. We've obviously just opened this morning, so not too much that I am interested in at the moment. Yeah, that's honestly it. Just letting this play out. AUD USD. Well, this is looking quite nice for a potential accumulation. Although, yeah, we're obviously still bearish on the daily time frame. That's something that we should be aware of. And then there is also demand right below. The only thing that's making me want to along this is the fact that we're in demand now, and we're kind of respecting demand. So if we can respect this demand that we've left behind from our tap 2, then obviously that would be the perfect confirmation for me to long. So yeah, at the moment it's kind of just a matter of if, yeah, we have obviously mitigated this ever so slightly, but with a slight mitigation like this, I do kind of want to see a bit of a deeper mitigation. So yeah, I'm still quite patient here. Asia highs are nicely sitting here, like so. Boom. And yeah, at the moment there's like every single supply here has been mitigated. Like supply here was mitigated, supply here was mitigated. So I do entertain a nice rejection here. I'm just trying to see if there's anything more refined in here. Okay, so this has been mitigated. So yeah, there's not really any more refined. There's no real more refined demand. So pretty happy with this at the moment. But yeah, as I said, a deeper mitigation is always welcomed. Distance wise, that is important. Tap 1 to 2, 1 day, 9 hours, 30 minutes. Tap 2 to present, obviously keeping the weekend in context. Yeah, that's like borderline fine. So yeah, I'll wait and see what price decides to do. I've got my alerts here, and yeah, we're just gonna wait and see if we can get a deeper mitigation and a nice break of structure. And yeah, we do have this very, very much refined 30-minute OBIF over here. So yeah, we will see what happens. And yeah, this is honestly a really nice OBIF to get mitigated. It will also mean that our third tap is below our tap 1, which is always an extra confluence. So yeah, for now, just practice patience, and we will see what price decides to do. And yeah, we can draw this fairly decent return to zone, which is pretty clean so far. So yeah, AUD USD, we can leave that as is. We'll move it to 2 second, and yeah, that's it for AUD USD. Going into USD JPY. Yeah, so as much as we're obviously still bullish, so take into consideration the higher time frame, and all time frames are essentially bullish. And obviously we are about to deviate our high time frame range for the first time, so I'm not going to be putting any emphasis on this potential. It is a potential distribution. You can't fake it. It's pretty evident there is a potential distribution here, but contextually this is in an awful spot too short because one, you're shorting a very bullish context, as you can see here, and two, you're shorting or potentially shorting right before we're about to deviate this high time frame range. So yeah, I wouldn't be rushing to short. I'm just going to wait and focus on this high time frame range. So that is the plan for USD JPY. Moving into Euro NZD. Yeah, so this was the short from last week, which obviously we got stopped out, and we de-risked. We were able to identify that there was a 3-hour SFP, so we failed to break structure on the 3-hour, and that was my sign to de-risk. And yeah, price came back up. At one point I was in like a comfortable 8 risk to reward, so you could have realized some profits, but I ended up just de-risking, and yeah, stopped out for no win, no loss. Okay, I will remove these drawings. That can be removed. This can be removed. Boom. Perfect. Boom. Okay, we're obviously bullish. Or at least for now we are. Let me double check the daily. Okay, so the daily is now bullish. We have officially broken structure to bullish on the daily, so expect us to go higher. Looking at this lower. Okay, yeah, we're still bullish on the 4-hour. Have we broken any structure on the hourly to bearish? Okay, not at the moment. We're still very much so bullish on the hourly as well. There is some form of demand here, but I don't think it's the cleanest. We'll see. Like, I guess you can look at this as a range. You definitely can. There is obviously still supply here, which is something to just be aware of. Yeah, there's kind of a lot going on at the moment. It also doesn't help that I've got all these drawings here, so let's get rid of some of these. Boom. How clean's that? Beautiful. Okay, so yeah, we are bullish, but we are in supply, so just something to be aware of there. Can we reject? Absolutely. Let's just see what this looks. Yeah, I'm not too fond of this. Low probability range there. All right. Low probability range. What am I doing? Yeah, we're just going to move on to USD CAD. Not a whole lot going on here. We're going to focus on the high time frame at play and let price develop some more data for us. Boom. Obviously still quite bullish on USD CAD. Same thing, not a whole lot I'm too interested in at the moment, where it's definitely we've exploded up quite a bit, so just be mindful there. I would definitely welcome a rejection at some point. Whether we get that soon, I don't know. So I would just be patient, but yeah, not a whole lot of ranges I can draw from the time being here, as you guys can see. So yeah, we will keep the ball rolling. AUD CAD. Demand created here, so I'm not going to be looking at this as a range. It's also counter context. Everything is bullish. Yeah, similar story. Nothing really that makes me want to draw any ranges at the moment. Like, you're bullish. Let's respect our bullish order flow and look for demand that we can pull back from and bounce. Just nothing at the moment in here. Yeah, not a whole lot. Not a whole lot at all. Yeah, AUD CAD, we're gonna let it develop a bit more data as well. It's obviously pushed through supply. That's kind of it. Patience, play the patience game, guys. Like, I do expect us to reject at some point just because of all the supply above, but we're not really developing that. We're not developing that distributive price action at the moment just yet. No real return to zones. Like there's just nothing clean at the moment. So we will keep the ball rolling. GBP AUD. Context remains the same. Kind of similar story. Well, here I will be looking for distributions, but there's just no distributions presenting themselves at the moment. Potentially this, I will allow something like that, but you just got to give this range quite a bit more time. So far, the return to zone coming up is actually quite nice. Like this local move up here. So we will see what happens. I have a feeling there might be an Asia low as well. Okay, this is actually really, really nice. So we have Asia high and we have Asia low right here. So definitely move this to Asia low. Boom. Definitely move this towards the top of our list. But yeah, we still do need to deviate up here first. So let's not get too ahead of ourselves. But yeah, it is aligning with the lower time frame. You also got the one below. It is aligning with the lower time frame sentiment of being bearish. So yeah, we will see what happens. Patience, patience, patience. All right. That's it for GBP AUD. We'll move this towards the top. Euro GBP. We are bullish. Just not a whole lot to, yeah. Not much going on here. Yeah, need to see price develop quite a bit more. So we will keep the ball rolling. AUD CHF. We're still quite bullish. Yeah, we're still bullish here, but we could be getting a local pullback. We'll see what happens here. All right, I'm no longer interested in this. Asia low has been taken. Yeah, not a whole lot at the moment for AUD. CHF. Yeah. Similar to the other pairs, just be patient. And hopefully we get some price developments throughout this week. USD CHF, already I can see a nice range here. However, we are bullish. We are bullish in the short term. We are now also bullish on the weekly. Boom. Boom. Yeah, so sentiment has changed on the weekly. And also the fact that we have kind of pushed out of this range. It also kind of shows me that, you know, yeah, we're also bullish on the daily. Yep, daily is also bullish. Okay, so the fact that we're bullish kind of across all timeframes here is something to just be a little bit careful of, especially the fact that we have a potential distribution on the cards here. Yeah, like everything is bullish, so let's just be careful here. I will look at this from a potential distribution, but just knowing the context is, this is a very counter context move at the moment. So, and then there's also to know and see if we do have demand below. If we do have demand below, then that's also kind of like a, just be a bit careful. Asia low is here, which is not too bad. Yeah, we're just going to be a bit patient here, see what happens. Same thing, I'll focus on this higher time frame range, and it does need a lot more time to develop, so we'll leave that as is. Yeah, we can pull this towards the top. Let's have a look at Euro USD. Yeah, still bearish across the board here. Very much so. I wouldn't necessarily be looking at this as an accumulation. It might play out, but there's just no like demand that price could sort of bounce from. Like there's just nothing here that, there's probably some demand here, which I'm not, I'll mark it, but I'm not too interested in it. Yeah, that's kind of it really. And yeah, we'll see what price decides to do. Not the cleanest. Yeah, it's just not the cleanest model. Full stop. Yeah, not a whole lot to do for Euro USD, just give it more time to develop. Let's quickly jump to AD USD, see what's going on. Okay, so we have mitigated this demand. Now I will be looking for a potential break of structure. So at the moment, this is our 5-minute market structure high. If we can mitigate this and respect it perfectly, even better. Like honestly, even better. But at the moment, yeah, at the moment there's no real supply, so it's like, it's pretty good. Price is decent. There is a 2-minute market structure high there. we'll see what happens. But I do like that 5-minute high a bit more. It's definitely a bit more safe. But yeah, we'll see if we can get a nicer mitigation of this refined demand, which kind of looks like we might get it at the moment. So yeah, we will be patient there. Let's move on to CHF JPY. Okay, we are bullish on the hourly time frame here, so that's something to just be aware of. And then yeah, most likely we're still bearish across the rest. There is supply here. Supply which is also created by a very local distribution model. Like there is this, but it's just too low time frame. Way too low time frame for me to even care about. Yeah, like price has only been moving for 4 hours. Not worth the risk. Too low time frame for my liking. Yeah, not a whole lot for me at the moment for CHF JPY. GBP USD still looks quite bearish overall. Yeah, still quite bearish. Not a whole lot to do at the moment. Just let price develop a little more. There is a 30-minute ROBIF right here. Yeah, that's kind of it for GBP USD. Not a whole lot more that expect lower. Point being, expect lower. We might come up just because there is a nice return to zone here and it's like nice liquidity, and then we do have supply buffs. So we might come up at some point to try and mitigate some of this supply. So we'll see if this ever becomes a range, but I wouldn't count on it. And yeah, last but not least, NZD CAD. Whoops, what's happened here, guys? Okay, we've pulled into supply. I'm no longer interested in this supply. Still very much bearish. Respecting demand so far, but we might be pulling back into it. Same thing, not a lot that I'm interested in at the moment for NZD CAD. Daily, is that still bearish? Yeah, that's fine. Oh, technically speaking, daily is bearish now. Yeah, it's still bearish. Weekly, sorry. Weekly is fine. Okay, yeah, not a whole lot to do for NZD CAD either. Just wait for price to develop a little bit further. And that's kind of it. So our main attention, to summarize, is definitely AUD USD. We're going to monitor for these market structure high breaks. I would like to see this demand being mitigated first. And yeah, we're just playing the patient game at the moment. GBP AUD still waiting. And we've got a few other ranges at the moment, which we are still being patient on and expecting further price development. So that's it for today, guys. Very short but effective Forex market check today. So yeah, I will see you all tomorrow. Stay disciplined. Go get a workout in. eat some good food, stay happy, and I will see you all soon. Peace.